are back and you are watching The Social. I don't know, can you binge us? I'm not sure. Cynthia?
Yeah, I think you
maybe
possibly can if you want to, because we're going to talk about that right now. Are you someone who likes to binge your TV shows? According to, Well, you're going to be disappointed because according to reports, Netflix is considering moving away from their binge-watching model and going back to releasing weekly episodes. People in the audience are not on board with this. What do you think of this?
I'm surprised.
Sorry.
Yeah, they want more.
Listen, I love the weekly rollout. Like, not to be, like, what else do you have to look forward to? What's going on in your lives? In my simple life, it's such a thing. Like Thursday night, you know exactly what you're going to do. You almost go through a period of mourning, like when a Real Housewives franchise ends. The good news is about that is that there's always a new one starting as soon as it ends, so you maybe just have 2 weeks off. But with the binging, I get it if it's a show, let's say, maybe you missed the boat on it and you finally hear about something, oh, it's in season 3, but you really gotta watch it. Okay, and then you by accident maybe start binging it or not on accident, but by accident. But don't you feel for me, it feels like after I eat too much. It's so much fun while I do it. But later that night or the next morning, I feel terrible.
Yeah.
No?
You know where I'm with you, Jess? Because I also love, like, I'm like, who has the time? I have no time for anything. And so if you say that there's a whole season to consume, I find the task so daunting, I just stay away from the whole show altogether. So I like the compartmentalization, but I wonder if it's a business decision. Like if you think about how many people would consume a big show that drops all at once, and then you have the appetite for the next, is you have to already be shooting, casting, getting the budget, producing the next season, that we're creating a monster that how hard and how quickly can we actually feed that monster? So I wonder if there's a budget, and especially Netflix, they've got gangbuster shows. I mean, if you think of The Crown as the big one, as soon as you're done, if you're binging, you're like, let's go next. I've watched the whole thing in a day. Where's the next season? It's like, it took us 5 years to shoot that one season. So I could see maybe the business model has shifted also. Might be too expensive.
Yeah.
I also think that, like, especially with the rise of Netflix, not to get too inside baseball, shows are now written to be binged. So, that as a consumer then, you have to binge it because it was written to be consumed in that way for you to like watch it over the course of the weekend.
The last one I did was Love is Blind. I binged that. And
Is that a scripted show?
That's not... No. Oh, but I still feel like they still written.
Sure.
It's still teased out to make you kind of hooked in. Were you going to say something about
it? We
wait
fight about this all the time at home because Simon, who writes screenplays and reads them and corrects them for other people who have written screenplays, he gets very frustrated when a new series comes out and he's like, you expect me to dedicate like 10 to 12 hours of my life when I see what you're doing. This could have been a 90-minute movie. Even the documentaries, like they stretch them out over 4 to 5 episodes. It's like he doesn't like having, it's like, I see you, I know what you're doing. Whereas I'm like, oh my God, I love it.
But I mean, I think that the upside of it is, in the past with conventional TV, a season of television was like 24 episodes. I can't commit to 24 episodes anymore. I like an 8 to 10 compact in and out. Like I am a binger depending on what that show is. Like the most recent show, I've binged 2 shows recently. Like I don't think, you guys heard of Never Have I Ever? I can't watch that show. It's only half an hour. So by the end of it, it's high school, it's cliffhangers. I want to know if she gets with that boy or that boy. Like, you're expecting me to wait a week? No, right? So I think that it's, the most boring answer is it's by the show. There are some shows that are meant to be binged.
Fair enough.
I say I'm not a binger, and I just binged Abbott Elementary over the weekend. I'm such a hypocrite.
It's so digestible, though.
It was, though.
And amazing.
But that was the difference. I think that was the difference. Okay.
Hey there, wasn't that great? Do you know where you can find some equally good content? Our YouTube page. It's filled with discussions, debates, and some laughs. Head there now, like and subscribe.